having a very peaceful time or times. It's the biggest press conference so far I've ever had since when I was wala. Actually, nothing spectacular except that to say to everybody that we will not since wala. Nothing spectacular except that to say to everybody that doing well. And chat is again coming up, and if there is any provision at all, keep out forth that we need a change or correction somewhere in the charter. They must all operate. And maybe suggest to whoever is controlled outside always been the excuse to open the charter. I do not want to put forward anything that I am not well and good. Welcome in. But don't I don't think would I am not well and good. Welcome in. But don't I don't think would rumble down to some other matters aside from the economic provisions of the one. That usual opinion, way of doing things. But leave it that way. I'll go along with it. As long as we stick to the whatever they want to change somewhere, somehow. Yun lang ang akin. Maybe that I wanted a big crowd. In circulation, very far from the madding crowd. So, from time to Klaro ba kay
So yun lang.
so
Question of things. And
you know, overtake ka sa way or way may not so kasi yan naman rin ang the progression of things. So I would not want to go ahead forward and overtake us which may not
Walay signal.
come. Parang gano'n.
If we can trust these people na mag-handle, what if sa gitna ng sasyado nilang economic na biglang na-open yung chance at gagawin yung constitutional change natin na biglang pinasok yung terms nila at yung personal interest nila. What shall we do and what can we do? And what will you do?
Well, ganito yan. Whenever you open the Constitution for changes or amendments, you cannot place restrictions or conditionalities na hanggang dito ka lang. When you open a charter change, it's plenary. Hindi mo we call for a constitutional convention or we call for a constitutional congruent constituent constituent body by Congress, people's initiative. Whatever it is, hindi mo malagyan ng restriction. Because when you open it up, it's all what it taking. Plenary talaga yan. So, di ba? Place restrictions there.
So it's possible to biglang may isang congressman tatayo na tayo sasabihin niya, I move to for this proposal.
Extend the term.
May biglang naman.
Kaya ako nandito Kaya nag-uusap ito. Not only for any particular office, any constitution. Ito namang local offices, local government offices are not mentioned in the constitution. We are defined by one single framework of local governments, which will be organized and runs with law. Ang nasadya ng sa Constitution, President, Vice President, Senators, and so on. Ang darat niya mga barangay kapil, wala na hanggang mayor and governor. We are all we are public officials, but we are ruled by the local government. It's not a constitutional.
Masulod ko din ako sa telepono.
Constitutional offices are those mentioned in the Constitution. Let it be where it is. Sabi, 6 years ngayon o gano'n. Hanggang dyan. Now, any changes that you may want to put forward for posterity, you will do so. Right now, you can begin by the legislation, then lead up to the opening of the charter to changes, an amendment, but it should be progressive.
Ibig kong sabihin, tayo ngayon kami, wala na pala ako yung picture eh. It's up to us, but you tend to forget. Hindi dapat kami, we should not benefit from it. Any changes, making it longer, sure, pero okay lang siguro. Pero longer, mahirap yan. Congressman, senators, and all. Offices mentioned in the Constitution. So, yun lang ang sabi ko. Wala ba na akong problema sa changes from time to time. But it must be purely motivated to improve the interest of government and country. It will never be used to promote the ambition or ambitions of Congress or by anybody else, even by the Supreme Court. But besides, if meron man, it should not apply to them, the incumbent, who made the changes, modification. It should be, I said, progressive. It should apply to future elected or appointed para walang,
Not even to the next president.
not even to the next person. Kasi, you know, the one thing na hirap yan is, when you are the incumbent, dapat nga sa lahat yung local officers. Alam mo kasi, you should be allowed to resign 6 months before. Precisely to deter you from using the resources of government to fund your candidacy. Governor man, mayor, alam mo na, you will have a lot of advantage if you do that. Hirap. Very fair. Wala naman tayo dyan. This is democracy. Rotation dapat. Now is the time for Bicolano to be president. Maybe tomorrow from Cebu, the southwestern part of Mindanao, which would be Zamboanga towards Pulong. I would even relish an Ifugao president. Turo-turo tayo, huwag natin siguro. Yung maganda eh. Yung magsabi, one term, only period. 2 terms, tapos bar, forever, sundin na. So, kung saan tayo ilagay sa posisyon natin ngayon, yung batas na yun, sumbanda. Isa lang, isa lang.
Mr. President,
Yes, sir.
kung ikaw na ang karon sa posisyon nila, unsay ang anyang dapat i-amenda sa 1987 Constitution? And secondly, ano sa may tabo na po na itong prayer rally sa Luzon?
Second question is okay.
The second question is, kamusta na po may tabo na batay himuon nga prayer rally sa Luzon?
Wala, I do not think that yung first question is relevant naman yun. Kasi wala naman akong nakita sa horizon na any attempt to circumvent, go around, or move forward, or anything na hindi maganda. I just want to we live on our time. Kung saan tayo dinatnan, nagswerte natin sa buhay, puso, and your destiny, nandiyan na. Because this is what a democracy. Do not tinker with the cyclic movement of a democratic state. Do not introduce something which is foreign or not aligned with the original intentions of those who made it charter. Sundin lang natin yung the intention. Kung ginawa 6 years. Now, kung nandiyan ka sa 6 years, diyan ka lang. You want to make changes, make it another successive bill, walang limit. Fine. But you should not benefit from it. That is really what democracy is all about. Yes, Kadwaya. Change my mind?
Yeah.
I never changed my mind.
Change the position.
I never changed my position because there is only one position. Hindi naman ito kama. Yeah, and ano doon is really, there is only a term limit of, I said, you should find yourself to where you are or where you are placed at or is. I don't know which the proper.
So you don't want a president who extends term of office. So same with the senators.
Again,
You don't want a president or any president.
it's obvious. That's what the Constitution says, that term only. So you do not have the privilege of being elected again. It's part of the intent ng gumawa ng ating. In other words, do not,
But they are saying after the Cebu Rally, he changed a lot in terms of perspective. He's having a people initiative and
no, I've always been a stickler to, you give there's a record of history of my public life, stint in government. I've always been consistent. I never craved for any order that was given to me by God at that time. Wala ako.
if you were to suggest what provision, what economic provision in that 1987 should be amended, what would that be?
I don't care if you make the economics libro niyan sa huwag mo lang pakialaman ng Constitution. Saksak mo na ang economic provisions ng libro ng encyclopedia kung gusto mo. Let us not, beat around the bush or find excuses to just huwag na tayo pulahan dito kasi matanda na tayo. We've been long in dito sa gobyerno ito, tumanda tayo. nakilala kita, naka-short pants ka pa lang. Kaalaman na tayo dito kung sa Maria, kanabad-labad naman sa own asking questions.
Senator, you're saying that you're fine except the term of office. So if you are fine, which one should be amended? And which part of the economic?
Wala na, kasi dapat doon, na-elected ka doon lang. But if you can do it, i-amend mo. But the problem is, if you amend the Constitution and you are the incumbent president, you have all the resources to get what you want. Kaya mong bilihin pati yung barangay captain. So, what result would you want? Huwag na tayo magbulahan dito sa Pilipinas. Sabihin mo, ipadaan natin ng referendum, plebiscito. Kung gusto ng presidente, the resources are there for him to utilize. Pagkabumbong naman niya kung hindi mo matalo pa sa whatever it is, a referendum or a plebiscite or a resort of a votation or whatever.
Are you saying that if they're going to amend, it's going to be a bad deal because he's president?
I'm saying that it's not the time to make changes in the Constitution. The Constitution is good, very good, the best that we have ever produced. Do not yes, ma'am. Imong, kanibang imong anam guhon mo kung sinong kadako ng yawa?
As a long message to sa Cebu Rally, the intention na you will support the changing of religion as long as President Marcos will commit to the people that he will not violate. Is it a challenge or?
No. It is a reminder that even presently, you are not supposed to do it. Ayan na sinasabi ko. Bahala siya. You begin to tinker with it. Yan ang sabi ko, do not tinker with the Constitution. Don't. And it applies to all presidents. Don't. Especially prolonging your office there. Don't. Other amendments, fine. Pati congressman, pati masama talaga. Ano? Wala. Ganito na lang. Gusto mong baguhin? From ngayon, 6 years, you make it 10 years for one term. Maganda. Pero baka sa pangatlong dekada na yun, huwag na yun. Kung meron na tayong gawin, hindi para sa akin, para na sa mga ating anak. Huwag para sa atin, kasi yan, that would trigger a lot of friction in society. Magkakaroon ng initan na eh. And hindi lang man tayo, buti sana kung kami lang mga politiko. We have to deal with the population, we have to deal with religion, kasi ang religion, we have to deal with the military, we have to deal with the police, we have to deal with the security guards, we have to deal with the CAFCO. Puro may armas yan eh.
Chacha. Could you give us a rate from 1 to 100 as to
Kaya-
how many?
Pinabitan na, ngayon ko nga ba? Ito. Siguro naman na, ulos pa na gano'n niya. Okay.
Sir, pwede niyo po magbigay yung rate po na 1 to 100 yung support niyo po kay President Marcos yung ilang economic Chacha?
100.
If you're going to wait his presidency against that proposed data, what grade will you give?
The proposal for what? You have to have, you have to, you know,
Economic Chacha now.
if you make me choose something, make a face on the other side. Cha-cha.
Yeah.
Cha-cha. But, okay. Walang problema. As long as I said, do not tinker with one particular sentence there about the president.
Mayor, we got a report on the term limits that would be okay with it for as long as we benefit the current officers. That's the term limit. How about the form of government? What's your take on it?
I'm comfortable with the presidential type of government that they have. It's a Republican form of the government, presidential type. Huwag na natin palitan kasi yan na yung naaputan ng lolo ko, naaputan ng apo ko. Huwag na natin yaga-yaga, wala nang may ibang tutak. Kayo, kung wala na kayong ibang pag-isip, magpunta kayo doon sa likod ng bahay ninyo. Tignan ninyo kung walang tao doon. Alam mo kung ano ang gawin ninyo? Bahala na kung ano gusto mo. O kayo maubusan kayo ng ideas. Bakit may balandra dito yan sa gobyerno pati sa tao? Ilang beses na tayo fix ng konstitusyon? There was a flawed one. Okay, we may change it. What else? What needs to be done? Something else? Good. But not the prolonging of the barangay captains, nor of the president. Not good. Kung meron man, i-apply yan.
Mayor, a resource, any comment po sa allegation from a Senate a resource person at the Senate inquiry alleging that you and Vice President Sara Duterte received bags of guns from Pastor Apollo Kibuloy. Any reaction?
Kami magtanggap ng baril kay Pastor Kibuloy. Ako pa ang deliver sa kanya ng tanyong bukas. That's a very stupid proposition.
So walang katotohanan, Mayor. Is that true?
It's silly. Bakit ba si Pastor magbigay ng baril sa akin? Saan siya kuha? Kung magsabi siya wala siyang baril, bigyan ko siya. Ayun ba? Almost more than 500 for registered collectors category ako. Sabihin, bili ako ng bili, pero hindi ito magamit. I can only use one. I can carry a gun, only one of the entire collection, kasi mag-abot ng 50 million. They're only allowed by the authorities to carry one gun, not even a rifle. And hunting, maybe. Shotgun, okay. But military hardware. Wala nga ako. All that he had to go was military pero MR. Because sitwasyon na, alam mo na, mayor ka sa kalang bukid. Hindi mo malaman kung sino yung kalaban mo. Hindi mo talaga alam kung sino ang gustong gorgor sa iyo.
Only 500.
Ako? Wala eh.
Collection. Positions, private army already. Do you have one? Even if it's collection.
Yes. Hindi ka collector kung collector is collector. You collect and collect and collect. Hindi ito BIR. Collection ng firearms ito. Well, I could not really say that I can validate his statement independently in salita niya. But what I can say is that maybe somehow his life is in danger. Alam mo, ang kaso niya sa Amerika hindi naman dito. Well, ang kaso niya kasi Pastor Pibuloy. He's free to move around. And he processed their extradition. So, it's a long process. Extradition. Malit na kaso yan, America would not go into that. America would not waste its time violating a law.
Instead of attending to the session and Senate would lead to his arrest, is it possible arrest mo ng television, gumagano, attend sa Senate hearing?
Sino?
Si Pastor Pibuloy, pag-arrest siya kasi pinakaibigan siya isusokon siya. He doesn't really appear. Anyway, may arrest siya.
May I hear you the word again?
Pina-report siya sa Senate. Sabina siya. Would it lead to his arrest?
Well, I'd like to ask you a question. What is the equivalent of the word subpoena?
Invitation.
It's not an order. You cannot order an ordinary citizen like me to compel me to report to you. For what? You don't want. Or if you outside the national interest says that you can appear, if we begin to question you, what is the significance of the interest? Kaya pastoral, gusto niya. It could, because unreasonable refusal. Maybe first is invitation, it comes the subpoena. The subpoena is more or less like a subpoena. Same effect. It can compel your attendance. Marami naman. Kaya ayaw na. Ano gusto na? Wala mo na nakita na national interest ko.
Another topic na, Mayor.
Yes.
Our PNP right now seems to be involved in a lot of cases millions of pesos na yung nilakaw nila, yung marami na yung sinuha nila for 40 million of pesos na yun. At marami na yung crime na nangyayari. I've seen politician po napakarami ng bodyguard kahit na dapat po what is happening in that country with regard to peace of
But national leadership yun. Alam mo dito sa Pilipinas, wala naman talaga kamo sa araw-araw. Alam mo, sikatan na yan. Ako personally, I do not need. Pilipilit na nila yung pulis sa akin eh. Pero ako, I'd rather, if somebody has to die today, tonight, tomorrow, mas mabuti pa ako kasi matanda na. Kaysa mga pulis, may pamilya pa yan, may mga anak pa. What the heck about going around with so many bodyguards mo? Hambog mo lang yan. Parang sa takot lang yan. All you need is a gun, maybe and 2 balls. Pag isa lang itlog mo, yan ang problema. O 3. Either isa o 3. May imbalan yan. 2 tama lang.
Mayor, you mentioned paaprobahan naman sa politicians maraming information lang kung basic law. Maganda ay paaprobahan ka na sa Congress Office of the Animal Education. Supportahan ka na kung paano
Come to think, you know what? Even if they will touch on everything there in the charter, there's a constitution. They will not mind. But make it progressive. Huwag na mag-benefit tayo kami. Hindi na ako. Yung nakaupo. Huwag mo habain yung bituka mo. Gusto mo na a longer term for the next president would be good for this country, or there will be no limitations at all as long as he remains to be a loyal and a good public servant. Wala naman tayong problema na. Eh kung hindi naman santo, pero kung tao na matino na nakaupo dyan sa Malacanan, you can stay forever. Ang problema lang ganito, nag-iisip ako ng malalim. Problema kasi, si Jesu Cristo hindi nagkapayan ng certificate of candidacy. Gusto mo talaga magtino na Jesu Cristo yan. Kung tao yan, panlor dito. The temptation to make money here and there. At may kumande. Yan ang pagtayan ninyo sa inyong inihalal na mga officials. Please sabi, alam mo sa totoo na, monitor, teacher na. Sabihin ko lang kasi sa look, you guys, when you think of legislature. We think of your work there as a secretary, or as a senator or congressman, or whatever. Think always of the Republic of the Philippines. Huwag ninyong pabor-paboran yan kasi hindi lang kayo ang Pilipino. Parang ano lang yung pitik kayo na reminder, gentle reminder na, you know, shape up because hindi pa naman tayo magkatipo lahat. Yan na ang problema eh. Pagkatanong mo sa Ilocos, hindi ka naman maintindihan talaga mo, taga-Bisaya ka, magpunta ka naman doon sa Pulo, hindi tayo maintindihan. Yung taga-Media na ka, magpunta ka Luzon, tulala ka palagi. Palugtod ng Tagalog mo, ang Bisaya ng Tagalog, yung kang Espanyol pakinggan. Tayo nga po.
Another mayor, what do you make of the going points and giving activities and prerogatives about kay Pastor Agod Tuloy, not only beginning him, but also dragging along your name and some vice president's staff? What do you make of?
Ano sinabi niya?
Dragging, getting statements from alleged witness that were somehow involved in what exchanges, transactions involving firearms,
Involving
transactions involving firearms. Sabat ni sa witness that particular witness saw you the vice president bringing that back to the firearms master.
ako ang supplier ng para dito sa Diaro na tingin ko. Matagal na akong supplier ng para bata pa.
Has the pastor reached out to you when Senate meetings are when especially when witnesses started to come out and then they all these things get passed from the whole thing to the vice president? I mean, not to say those things.
You know, there are always, we never run out of silly or idiots in government. Let them be. Komportable sila dyan. Komportable rin ako rito. Uy! Si Mama pala ito.
Senator Montiveros has now warned the Pastor Nicolay will be cited to death and will be arrested if he does not show up to the Senate hearing on March 5. You are his friend. You are Pastor Nicolay's friend, and you are a lawyer. What is your advice to your friend?
Get yourself arrested.
So he will not show up.
This is a free country. If you do not want to go there, get arrested.
You will ask him to cooperate.
I'll give him the free choice.
Can I go back to the Constitution?
Yes, but
You said a few minutes ago that you are comfortable with the presidential right of government.
President.
You know that you are paid for terrorists and you run for president.
yeah,
And you have
it doesn't. Let me correct you right there. It doesn't mean that it is federal, it is not presidential right.
Let me finish my question first. You said you are in favor. Wag na natin palisan. Nauna na lolo ko, nauna na ako. In 2015, you campaigned for the presidency, you pushed for a shift to change the constitution to shift to a federal system, right?
Good night.
Okay. But you had the first half of your term, you had a super majority. Not even up to the end.
Look, it's just...
Why did he not muster enough political will to get that shift to federal system?
To answer your last question, because wala akong enough political will. Second, actually, there's not much different about a federal system being presidential. That there's no incongruity there. Kaya America, it's a federal union of federal states, United Nations. It's federal, it's presidential type government. I do not see any wala akong nakita ano daw problema.
Do you not regret that you were not able to do as you promised in 2014?
You cannot have your cake and eat it too. May ang Diyos may ibigay sa iyo, may hindi. So, hindi lahat ng kaligayahan na gusto mo makakap mo sa mundo ito. There will always be disappointments.
And this was your biggest disappointment?
Well, I'm talking to you about life. Nothing's perfect.
Yung ano po, kanina,
Ayun po na to kayo.
sinabi nyo rin that your call for Mindanao, benefit Mindanao, which it did on January 30 in Wednesday. You said it was just fitting.
Well, that was really that was a legit dream of the old yung mga taga Mindanao. Because Mindanao is a frontier country. It is not inhabited by originals except the natives and the Moro people here. So, yung dream of separate, looking at a certain place, like my father and mother, migrating toward an island called Mindanao for a better future for the children. Yun ang dream. It is always the dream of some people to be independent. Pero if it causes a rupture in our entire system sa Republika, I will not go for it. I will not, meaning I will not go for a forced carving out Mindanao out of the Philippines.
Are you saying now that it was just a ticket or a tickler?
I am not. I'm not.
There were no takers?
I'm not saying any different, really, actually.
Kasi wala naman, after you made the call, there were of course reactions that you cannot do that.
Well, I said, sinabi ko,
So you're saying that now it was...
give us a better deal for Mindanao. Well, if you studied history, Mindanao has always been a poor relative vis-a-vis with the entire country. Ang Mindanao noon, the least for so many years, consistently the lowest in getting public funds for our structure. Kaya tayo pinakalate at bloom. And that was the complaint. Kaya it fueled the revolution. It encouraged people, and some Christians joined the Moro people in clamoring for independent Mindanao. Klaro yun, especially the earliest settlers dito. Na dumating na ang panahon na lang, maganda na ang road network sa Mindanao. Punta ka ng Hagunoy noon, hanggang Rocky Road. Sa ice cream lang yan. Kaya yung pag-gobyerno, no? Hindi naman talaga nahati. Because the influential leaders, and even the national leader, president, has always been parang tayo na nakatsamba na sa panahon ko ngayon. Naroon tayo ng presidente dito. Pero gano'n naman, there was never really a radical change in it. When I will be frank with you and everybody else. When I became president, there was never the slightest moment that I was thinking of placing the interest of Mindanao over and above of the entire needs of the entire country. Kung ano lang sabihin ng economic planners at ano lang sabihin ng mga Department of Highway and everything, natumahin muna natin ito. Because I am not as bright as anybody else. I might be a lawyer, good in memorizing. Hanggang dyan lang, memorize. Pero to be an enterprising thing about governance, I cannot claim. Kadili ka, may kita ko mo unang mo.
The question was, when is are you going to Manila for another rally in Boracay?
Of course not. What's wrong?
So, the Cebu Rally was the last.
It's a pretext has to go home to say the Cebuano of his years to say something. Any slightest excuse to be there. Pero sabihin mo just to be at the moment because it is demanded.
So there's no schedule for now.
No schedule. If you are asking the question in terms of what would be in the future of this country and what will be your views or opinions if this would occur or happen or not. I'm retired. I would like to stay retired. I do not want to meddle in politics. Maski na sa mga anak, if they can carry the burden on their own, kanya lahat na gusto ko. But, Carol, kaya ko lang sabihin sa iyo, 40 anyos na gud ako. And if you would want to be comfortable with the number, double it. And that's why. Ako talaga, sa totoo lang, I cannot magprangka ako sa inyo. This is for all, and I would repeat it now and forever. I do not want my country dismembered. I do not want a part of my country taken away. I do not want my country to be disturbed physically, even slightly. It goes for Luzon hanggang yung nagising ako sa mundong ito, Republic of the Philippines. For as long as I live, it could be the same Republic of the Philippines. Dari trika kedua ko yun. Separate, separate. Kaya ayun, separate. Dulu dia. Hadlok mo lang na. Paano? Yun lang kabito. Pasti mo kung siya kagyaw-yaw. Kaya yun ka na mukha na. Ikaw kagyaw-yaw, kiyaan ka ka. Lalapin ako. Ayaw nila, mas lalo ako. Mas matanda ko nila, buwag nila. You can craft it the way you want. Legislation will go into a deeper
Suwa na to, di na to mapadayon.
You can never do what you
Di na to
want.
padayon.
Let it remain a republic of the Philippines.
Pero panloko. No more.
Yan lang ang problema is the distribution of the national wealth. And you know very well, lahat tayo, if you study your history, lahat tayo, alam natin that Mindanao was really a poor relative of the national government. Ngayon lang ito, kabawi tayo. Nung presidente ako, hindi ko na sinabi na bigyan mo lamang ang Mindanao. Patas. Hindi ko na sabihin na presidente ako, gusto kong bumawi na nagkulang tayo noon. Ngayon, panahon ng bumawi. That ain't the way of being a Filipino. Kung ano yung, what's good for the Hurugano must be good for the Ifugao, must be good for the Tagalog, and must be good for the Bisaya. Why? If you have to remain a republic, ganun talaga, you better adapt that kind of thinking. Hindi tayo pwede mag-isip-isip na mga Tagalog, Bisaya, sa kapuan. Ngayon pa, kapag-tandaan natin, may mga anak na tayo, kaya pa tayo mag-isip na gano'n. But I'd like to speak with mga Pilipino, stop this. Separate. Na pag-mulat ko sa mata ko when I was born, it was a republic. Gano'n na, huwag mong kunin maski kalahating hektarya yung Samal Island. Magkagulo tayo. Even if you take 1 hectare away from Samal Island, yung bayan mo, yan. Huwag mong kulawin. Huwag hindi makubira tayo. Sabi ko sa iyo, pang-antik lang. Hindi mo ganun rin kasi yung nasa Manila. Sipain mo yung paa at trip. Butang ina mo nila ito sa Pilipino. Not because of bluff, because of strong statement coming from the Filipino. At hindi lang kayo ang Pilipino. Lahat ang mga minuno natin ang pakamatay sa bayan natin. Doon na.
So, instead,
Silly. Kung ipator, tumaro mag-declare ng independent state, kung gusto lang nila, Kung gusto na nila, pahayag ako, sama na ilan. Yan. Gusto na mag-declare ng independence sa Manila. Sali naman ang talikod para may sila makakilan.
Mayor, I still have two, Mayor. Yung drug addict issue kay President, ganun pa rin ba yung challenge mo na magpag-drug test? Drug test kayo na. Yung challenge mo po. Ganun pa rin ba yung...
Si Presidente,
Yes po.
wala akong sinabi na gano'n. Mama, di ba? Even if you kill me 1,000 times, taking drug. Pero kung sabihin mo, addict, wala akong sinabi na gano'n. Pagkain ako ni Marcos niyan, awa pa mo sa akin. Tanda na ako. Pero sabi na, if I can say it to Marcos, I can say it to him. Ayun na okay, antibiotic na ito, okay, aspirin, they're all drugs. Just to make the biglat yun. Pero wala akong sinabi na pagkain ako ni Marcos na takot ko naman ako mamatay ng tanda na ako. Gusto ko pa mabuhay mga another hanggang mamatay si Dadwaya. Magsabay kami.
Mayor, 8 months na lang po, Mayor, mag-election na naman, and marami pa rin yung mga Davaoeño pushing you to run for Mayor.
Ayun. Let anybody, not even from my family. You know, kurni man pakinggan. Kurni pakinggan. If you count the number of years that my father was in public office, isali mo ako. Pagka-isali mo yung idagdag mo ngayon sa mga anak ko. Masyado mo.
Just
Maybe
one last,
5 times na. Iba na naman.
just one last question. That question will come to me. Mr. Mayor, you said something about our children future. In Rizal, in all the surveys, we're being on the top. Most trusted, most approved, and this department, her department, the Department of Education, has been declared as the most trusted government agency in the country today. As a father, what can you say about the performance?
Well, I think that she's just following my record. Hindi lang na-record properly. Si Kadawaya kasi nagkuha ng pictures mo sa Manila eh. Well, I am proud that she's been doing good at public service. Taking into account, my father has always been, for the longest time, the governor of even the city of Davao before. There was only one Davao, one province, one capital, Davao City. And we used to elect the governor of the entire Davao province and Davao City. So, ganon. Ako naman, I would like to thank you, although belatedly, I suppose, salamat sa mga tao for the number of years given to me as a rare privilege to serve my country as mayor, as congressman, and eventually as president. I just hope that hindi ako nakulang sa tao. Pero ganun pa man, Maski na pahapon na lang ito. Ginawa ko talaga. Ang mga gawa ko. At wala akong ginawa kasi kailan. ICC. Sabi ko sa kanila, mag-usap na lang sila ng ICC rin dito. Total, pareho sila.
UIC na yun,
Yes,
Mayor.
you talk to each other, maybe you can understand.
UIC na, Mayor.
No, ganito yan. I would like the President to seek the advice of his legal counsel. Kung ano yung sabihin niya sa mga abogado niya, sa Malacanang, sundin niya. Ako, I can take care of my own. Kaya kung kaya kung saan ba yung ICC na yan? Kaya pasalpis ang niya. Kaya lang nila, when my country was being eaten by drugs and everything, nandito ba sila? Putang ina nila. Diyos ka nila. Putang ina ninyo. Nung sa panahon ng pagkubriyon natin dito, nung patayan tayo dito, pulis ko rin, patay dito, patay ko. Patayan tayo ng mga Pilipino. Saan ito mga putang ina to? Where were they? Yung kinakain ng mga anak natin ng droga. Hindi ang droga ang kumakain sa mga anak natin. Saan sila?
Kumusta siya na?
Rumar patay ko kung sabihin na palit ko sila. Ano ba ako? May makita ako na Coronel ang salita namin
Para sa unit to police about sa
pero mga preso niya,
dili ka.
guilty ka agad. Reduce ka, please. Idiot, associated, whatever. No. Pakialam kayo ng pakialam, hindi naman kayo nakatutulong. Look, idiot. If you are not really an idiot, because you are an idiot, sino ba naman gusto pumatay sa kapwa-tao niya? Kung may gusto man akong patay, kayo pumunta dito sa bayan ko. Noong mga minuno namin na walang alam, pumunta kayo dito. You occupied my country for so many years. Spain for 400 years. Americans have been here. And you took like a shit. Ang inaniyo ko kung turuan. Talk about human rights. How many years of oppression? Nagtiis tayo sa mga kamay ng mga panyaga. Tangina niyo. Tapos kung magsalita ka na, look who's talking ka na. Wala tayong tuluan. Ako ba? Ako patayin Pilipino. Kasi gusto ko patayin ng puti. Sila yung may kasalanan, hindi yung Pilipino. Kung ngayon, Pilipino ka naman, and you're fucking with drugs, destroying the mga bata, ay mga istorya yan. Sinasabi ko naman, at saka ako nag-warning. At ang warning ko walang para-para. Wala akong qualified of condition. Huwag kong gawin ang pagpatay ng pagpuntak nila. Lagi. Pastor? Sabi ko sa Africa, magkapunong tabo. Kaya hindi ka mahalatabo. I really don't know. I do not want to. This is so. Alam mo, Presidente ako, tapos, I started as a prosecutor, fiscal, mayor. I cannot afford to battle with, ang bagay na ito. So, alam naman niya, kaya niya, he has the resources, and he has a lot of brains to navigate this way. Paano na paikot-ikot sa
Okay, thank you very much, Mayor President. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, by the way, I'll be leaving for Manila, but I'll be back on Friday. And then leave for Manila again, the 15th and the 16th. But
Cebu.
yeah,
Huwag ka muna Cebu.
Cebu.
Una, sabihin mo lang, just remind me.
Okay, sige. Walang ko lang.
Come on, God, kasi ito,
Oy,
ito, shit, ito eh. Agitator talaga. Barbaro lang.